Welcome to the 4 Mile Circus. 4 Mile Circus is a podcast by 4 Mile Circus, a full-cycle media services company in Brooklyn, New York. My name is Sean Mannion. Yes, Sean Mannion. That is the name on this driver's license. And I am one of the hosts of this podcast, and there's probably another one. But she might be too busy with her Croix. So maybe we just skip my co-host, my Croix co-host. Croix co-host. Hello.
What the hell accent is that? It's like a pirate parrot.
A French pirate parrot. Hello. Polly wants cracker.
Can you stop?
Polly wants La Croix.
Polly would like some La Croix.
I don't like it.
What's your name?
I don't know anymore.
All right, my co-host Nicole Solomon, who's just out of it. So, we're back with part 2 of our interview with Jeanette Sears. Unfortunately, poor Jeanette has had to put up with us for hours now.
Hours? I've known you for like 5 years. On the call.
Actually, you've only known me for 3, I think. Yeah.
Longer.
But it feels like 20.
Yeah.
Imagine the people that have known me for 20 years. Most of them are dead
I was
now.
going to say they all died prematurely, I'd assume.
I age people. Okay, Nicole, but what are we doing?
We're talking to Jeanette.
About what?
Well, Jeanette's a cinematographer, also writer-director, and all sorts of other things on
Dancer?
films. Sure, yeah.
Tuba player?
Yes.
Really?
I am. But I don't have any questions about tuba playing.
Do you play the tuba?
Where do you play the tuba?
I play the tuba. I play the sousaphone in the lesbian
The
and gay.
sousaphone.
Let Jeanette answer the question.
I play the sousaphone with the lesbian and gay Big Apple Corps marching band and play the tuba in their symphonic band. So I play both. They're the same
I wasn't
instrument,
sure. Oh, they're the same instrument?
pretty much.
But do you play them slightly differently? Are they two physical instruments?
What's the
They're
difference?
2 physically different instruments.
But
A
they're
sousaphone is basically a marching tuba, and if my friend Tara is listening to this, she's going to correct me in some way because they're probably more different than that. But
is the sousaphone the one that you see like wrapped around a person?
yes, and it's got the big bell.
And the tuba's just smaller.
No,
It's not
tuba's
wrapped around the
bigger,
person.
right?
It's
just
wrapped
shaped different?
differently. Yeah, it's
But
more
you
like
also climb
compact.
inside of it?
No, it sits on your lap.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's make a film about this.
Just an argument about tubas
No,
and
it's just
sousaphones?
about something using a tuba, because tubas look cool.
This is true.
I have access to both the tuba and a sousaphone.
This is what I'm saying. You got to maximize your resources.
I like this.
I'm in.
Murder tuba. The sousaphone story.
They put body parts in the tuba.
Oh, God.
Like somebody's playing and an arm shoots out.
We've got a foot that we
to
can
a
use.
foot.
All right. So
So Jeanette's does those things.
multi-talented
Hyphenate.
individual.
Of the filmic persuasion, also photography.
Yes.
And in part 1 of our 2-part interview, we talked to Jeanette about directing.
Directing, yes.
Today we're going to talk about all that other stuff.
Oh, great.
We're just going to talk about when Jeanette makes films that they did not write themselves to direct themselves, but rather is working on projects other people started.
The hell of being crew for creative wackadoos.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe even the people in this room have some experience with this hell on earth that is.
I don't need to hear about how bad I am to work with. I know how bad I am to work with. I've seen behind the scenes footage. I really need to wear pants.
It's a thing we keep telling him, but one day it'll
You know what?
happen.
Pants are prison.
I agree. So last episode we talked about your directing work, but that is not usually what you do on set, Jeanette.
True.
That rhymed. That was for you, a poem. What do you usually do, and what have you worked on recently?
I am usually a cinematographer, and recently my last 2 shorts that were not my own, I worked on a short film called Armbar by director Kramer, who's part of Congested Cat. And it's the story of a young woman who goes to settle a score with the owner of an MMA gym. And there's some pretty interesting, like, complex background to the film, and it's sort of like a slice of life. It's like this one moment that, or this one encounter that she has in the gym. And it was a really great film to shoot, actually. It was one of the most interesting lighting endeavors that I've done, and I actually got to work with Miles, who also worked on my film Sanctuary. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun, and we got to be creative with it, and I really enjoyed it. And I actually shot a short horror film for Christina, Raia, also of Congesting Cat. And that was just like a twist on conventional horror films. It's just like a little, I think it's around 3 minutes or so. And that was also just a really fun shoot. And I shoot a lot of horror short films, which I've sort of realized unintentionally.
Even though that's not exactly your favorite genre.
It's not.
Was that film called Night In, Jeanette?
Yes, it was. What did I say?
You didn't say.
I didn't say. Okay, good.
You did not say. Yeah, you don't watch horror of your own volition.
I don't. I like zombie films, but that's about it. I really like zombie films, but that's about it.
Which zombie films?
I could watch pretty much any zombie film.
Have you seen The Girl with All the Gifts?
Favorite one?
No.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Really?
You should
I need
watch
to
it.
watch that one. I watched it. Yet.
It's really good. I like it's on my best of 2017 so far list.
But there's also there's different kinds of zombie films. Like, do you like which ones are you? Because we all who like zombie films. We all like all of them more or less.
I don't like all of them.
Well, no, but you know what I mean. Like, you're like, oh, it's a zombie film. I'll give it a chance.
No, not anymore. I'm bored of it.
Okay, maybe yes. Okay, that also. But in general, when you're like zombie films, when you're in that, like, I like zombie films, you'll watch a lot of them. But there's preferences. I personally prefer the comedy ones. Honestly, I like the return. I mean, I like the horror-y ones, but honestly, I prefer like Return of the Living Dead and Return of the Living Dead Part 2 and Shaun of the Dead.
How do you feel about Zombieland?
It was a really bad movie.
Okay.
I wanted it to be good.
I like Romero zombie movies.
Those are good. I like them. But for some reason, like, when I'm in the mood, I'm like, I kind of want to watch Return of the Living Dead.
You want something that's a little bit more like popcorn, like fun.
Yeah. Yeah, like something that's like lovingly like, we're part of the genre, but we also think that everybody who's dying in this movie is ridiculous and kind of deserves to die.
Not something that's legitimately kind of disturbing the way Romero's are.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But anyway, this was a question directed at Jeanette, not me.
Right. But yeah. What,
I actually really like 28 Weeks Later.
20 weeks later?
Yeah.
Not 28 days later.
No.
You don't like the original?
I do,
But
but
you like 28 Weeks Later more?
I do.
Interesting.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of skipped it.
It was good.
Because it was like at the beginning of my being tired of zombie things.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, ugh.
It was good, though, as I recall. I've only seen 28 Weeks Later once. I've seen 28 Days Later more times.
I mean,
but
it does have, what's his name? Robert Carlyle, right?
Yeah.
That's the lead, I think.
I think so.
So
Right.
another person from Trainspotting involved in the movie, even though it wasn't Danny Boyle again. Right? Because Danny Boyle didn't direct it, yeah.
No, yeah.
Still has the Trainspotting connection.
Yes.
So, shot any zombie films recently?
No.
Cool. So,
But if anyone's open to that, I would be down.
how did you first get into film and cinematography?
Well, I've always loved photography and always loved watching movies. And I did 1 year of engineering in college and realized that while I'm pretty okay at it, I did not want to do math every day of the rest of my life. And decided to go for it. Just decided to start studying film and making films. And got myself to New York and started working with everybody that I went to school with here. And the first thing I really shot was Small Talk with you, Nicole, which was wonderful.
Oh, that's a nice way of putting it.
Small Talk now available on Seed and Spark.
It's also available on VHX for rental, download, or deluxe edition purchase.
Exactly.
Which comes with a ton of bonus features. You know what else comes with a ton of bonus features?
the VHS copy, the 4 Mile Circus Grindhouse.
Double
on
feature.
double feature on VHS, which also features Beneath the Black Moon, also shot by Jeanette Sears.
See how that came full circle?
Full
Look at that.
cycle.
Look at that.
That's why we're a full cycle media services company.
Because of that VHS
But
tape.
that's through Magnetic Magic Rentals, and you can get that online. That's great. You can you find all that stuff.
I think it's on sale right now.
/store.
And I think it's on sale right now for only $10. You can get a super limited edition VHS tape in a nice clamshell case, and
I think it comes with a poster and stickers.
I think it does. Get your stickers.
Movie shot by our guest, Jeanette Sears.
Both of them, so you can see a range of Jeanette's.
Talents.
Yes. Also, do you have any delightful memories of working on any of our stuff, Jeanette? That you'd like to
So
share?
many delightful memories.
It's all delight.
I mean, on them, like at least there were some of our former guests, Levi and Lisa were on Beneath the Black Moon.
They sure were.
Yeah.
And Ginny Lease
And
Yeah.
Ginny Lease,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
was our final girl in Beneath the
Exactly,
Black
Beneath
Moon.
the Black Moon. So we're just like going through everybody who worked on Beneath the Black Moon. Then
Yeah, I
we'll
don't,
stop
I don't think that was leading me to say that Beneath the Black Moon was the most memorable or anything, but it was. No, that was probably the most fun I think I've had making something, because there are so many just like great. I mean, it's all the best parts of the film. Am I right?
I mean,
Yeah.
and I acted in it, so
Nicole?
so you got to shoot me
I also
as
acted in
a Satanist.
Yeah, there you go. I got to watch Sean lick someone's face.
and then we made the film.
Yeah, and then I started rolling. Beneath the Black Moon was great.
Sean plays the devil in the
Yeah, he has horns, and I got to do green screen with him, and
Yeah, that was
yeah,
it was ridiculous.
there was a smoke machine,
Yeah, the smoke machine
there was
was
so much smoke machine. I love smoke machines.
slow-mo smoke machine is the best.
Yes. Yeah, it was wonderful, and seeing Levi under the bed was another great. That was a great scene to film as well.
Levi is funny under the bed. It makes me laugh a little bit just to think about it.
And people should check the YouTube or go and get the VHS if they want to see what we're talking about as far as Levi being under the bed.
Yeah, he's under the bed in that movie.
Please just do yourself a favor and watch the film, because it's quite entertaining.
See, somebody's saying that who's not me or Sean. That's how you know it's true.
Exactly. Somebody who doesn't really, it's not really horror, it's not their thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. Even if you
Exactly.
don't like horror, this will be your favorite movie. It's your favorite movie, right, Jeanette?
My favorite movie, hands down.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Any other recent projects of note that you've been working on, either as DP or like as crew in other capacities? Because you know, sometimes you do other things. You AC.
I've been editing quite a bit. I've been editing for an organization here in New York called the Astrea Lesbian Foundation for Justice, and they fund grassroots LGBTQI organizations around the globe, and they do some really incredible work, and have a huge collection of footage from their different donors, people who give them money, and from their grantee partners who they, from the organizations that they fund. And I've been getting to put those together into short videos that highlight those individuals and the work that Astrea does. And it's been really great. I've been doing that for since last fall.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Yeah. So that's been a really great experience, and it's been different for me because I do primarily work behind the camera, so editing has been another interesting adventure too.
What are there anything you note about what you dislike about editing post-production work as opposed to production?
I think that editing, you're sitting at a computer, it's in some ways less engaging in that way because you usually don't stand up unless you need a break, as opposed to being on a set, you're getting to work with people. You're, as the DP, you're always on. You're always doing something. You're always setting up something, shooting something, or especially ACing, you're always doing something as well. So that's been an interesting shift. But also in editing, I've gotten to learn a lot more. I've gotten to learn After Effects, just really broadening my skill set in filmmaking, which has been really good. So.
And it helps. I think it helps to shoot to also edit, because you can kind of feel both sides of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So you seem to get work. People pay you to do
pay
things.
my rent.
Yeah, you pay your rent.
I do.
By doing film things.
Indeed.
How do you find work that pays you money as opposed to work that costs money to do?
I've actually, a lot of it is through connections for people that I don't always make money with and do the creative thing. Just connections to people that have work for me to do. And a lot of often the paid work is a lot more videography. So I've been, doing that.
Yeah, like what kinds of videography do you do? I mean, I know, but our listeners don't know.
I've actually done videography for different seminars. I've learned how to live stream for that, different panel discussions, and also shooting weddings, which shooting weddings is wonderful. I think it makes you a much better shooter, keeps you on your toes, and helps you be faster at being creative. And yeah, so those pay some money. Those are ways to pay money.
And so do you
Ways
ever,
to pay money.
do you ever use social media to bring it full cycle?
Full cycle.
To make these connections and find this work?
I have. There's a lot of groups that I'm part of on Facebook. Are there groups on Twitter?
Not like that.
That was sort of a sarcastic question, but also like
there are lists. Like people will do lists of cinematographers or New York City film people, and you can follow like a feed that's people on that list that somebody has curated who might be of interest or use for like particular things. It's not the same thing as a group at all.
No.
But
Right.
It's a thing.
No. Yeah. But we do hashtag conversations is similar.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah. Yeah. That's we participated in one a couple weeks ago. The Friday Night Horror.
Yeah, we did.
We watched Dream Warriors.
Oh my
People
God.
across the world.
We did.
Yeah.
It was so.
It was
have
delightful.
you seen Dream Warriors, Jeanette?
No, I know.
You should.
Freddy Krueger.
Nicole and Sean talk about Freddy Krueger a lot, and I've only seen, I think, the first
The Johnny
three.
Depp one.
Yeah, the Johnny.
third one-
Yeah,
third one?
No, I haven't seen the second one because I only saw
You have-
the first one. And
Do the second.
the third one where he makes the cameo with the egg and the skillet, and then he gets killed.
Oh,
No, that's no. That's
It's not the
four.
third one?
That's
Is that-
4, right?
I'm pretty sure that's
That's-
3.
No,
It's definitely not 3
It's
because
4 or 5. Because
it's 4 or 5. It's the dry. It's the like this is your brain.
Yeah, he doesn't show up again until like 4 or 5 or something like that.
Whatever, I've seen that one.
Wait, who doesn't show up until 4?
Johnny
Oh,
Depp.
Johnny Depp. I thought you. I'm sorry. I was a little confused about what was happening, but it was definitely not 3. I'm
No.
pretty sure. Was it 5?
No, Zsa Zsa Gabor's in 3.
Wait, or is that
Well, I
in
haven't
Freddy's
seen Dick
Dead?
Oh, it's probably
Because
Freddy's Dead.
Freddy's Dead is the one
starring,
with all of the cameos.
Oh.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
that was supposed to be the last one.
I'm so embarrassed that I'm not 100% sure which one it is, but I think
Wait.
it's Freddy's Dead. I think
Do you remember
it's
there
6.
being like a Nintendo joke in there?
Was Roseanne Barr in it?
I don't remember. I saw it in like high school, and it really freaked me out.
Was it tonally inconsistent?
Yes.
It was probably Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare,
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's that one.
which is number 6.
I could say a lot of things in
Number
defense
6.
of Nightmare on Elm Street 6, Freddy's Dead, Final Nightmare, but I'm not going to.
It's easily the best overall horror series.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Oh yeah, easily.
No question.
Like most consistent.
No question. But, so, do you... Jeanette, we could continue talking about A Nightmare on Elm Street, a series you've seen very few films in. But John and I do like to talk about a lot. Or I could ask you about if you have any advice for like young aspiring DPs, like people who are like, oh, movies, I want to shoot those. Mm-hmm.
Is your advice don't because you don't want the competition? Because that's my advice.
Or don't because making movies is miserable.
No, it's delightful. Anyway.
I would just say go out and make them, like, even if they suck. Because I've definitely seen my own progression, and it's only come with experience. And you suck at first. Like, they look bad. And then you learn from that, and you figure out things that you could have done better, and you watch other people, and you figure things out on the spot, and you just keep shooting. Like, I just personally want to shoot more, and take my own advice, but I know that when I am out there actually shooting and trying to light things, that I get better at it every time. Like, I learn something that I take to the next project every time. So, and it's fun. Being behind the camera is so much fun. It's the best job on set. Like, you get to see everything as it's happening, and you get to, like, work with the director and figure out how things are going to look. And being a cinematographer is the best.
And you're the one who ultimately is determining in the most direct way what you see in the frame of the film. Like, you know, I think, like, it's a lot of control. It's like, you know, the director and DP are kind of like two halves of a whole.
Because the director's never seen it before either. So, like, what you give them is the first thing that they see, and it sways, you know, how they feel about a shot.
Yeah.
So
if somebody's interested in getting into that field, they should go out and buy the fanciest camera they can find, because then they'll get the best films.
Because
out
you
of it.
Definitely are going to have the money
Don't be
to
ridiculous.
do that.
You have to shoot on film.
No, buy the newest camera, the one that, like, is not the one that people use the most. Just buy the newest one, and don't buy lenses, because, you know, lenses change all the time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You got to get 9K.
Yeah, 'cause 9K.
And
9K.
It's very important to get the newest camera, because that's the one that comes with the most
there's
surprises.
like the Red Dragon, and now it's going to be like red. What's bigger than a dragon?
The red Leviathan.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's going to be next. So buy that.
Yeah, and it's good because you already know what the bugs are in the older ones, and these are new and exciting ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What horrors of incompatibility will you encounter this time?
Oh, this monitor just doesn't show anything when you plug it into this camera? That's neat.
Figure it out. It's a puzzle.
Exactly. Oh, you can't actually watch any of the footage on your computer or your friend's computer or that person who has, like, the most souped up computer you know? I mean, that's
Right.
not really your problem.
No. See, guys, the first thing that you have to do is, after you buy all this, you don't have to worry about it anyway, because you can just hire an AC, like, who's supposed to know. So you can just stand there and pretend that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Little known fact, ACs are magic.
It's true. It's true. Except when they're not, and they can't focus, pull, and ruin the shot.
That's true. That's the opposite of magic. But in any event, what I wanted to make a point, just to keep clinking my ring on a can and give Sean... Oh, no, it's not doing it. Oh, my God. There we go. I'm just trying to make you earn your keep. But as I was doing that, I wanted to make a serious point, which is that we all carry cameras in our pockets these days. So for those young, aspiring DPs tuning into the 4 Mile Circus, we can wake out. I just want to encourage you to follow Jeanette's advice, and you can just shoot. You can shoot on your phone.
The driver's license is a camera?
Yeah, it is now. Facebook owns it, though, so everything you shoot is property of
because
Facebook.
they see your emotion on that, and then...
I have emotion.
Oh, God, that was a little too creepy. Oh, man, now I'm so frightened. I think I need to unwind a little bit and, have some fun.
And chug
I don't
a
have any
six-pack
beer.
of La Croix.
And
Wait,
maybe, play something.
Play like a tuba.
Yes.
Or a sousaphone.
Go get
I know
a sousaphone.
I know someone who could compose a certain song, perhaps, on the tuba.
So, somebody who can play the
Academy
the-
Award nominated.
Nothing's Going to stop us currently?
Now.
Now. Well, since we can't do that, I suppose we could play a game.
There's 2 games?
There's
one
a game
for each episode.
I think you'll appreciate
Jeez,
this
Jeanette.
one until we get into the questions. In honor of a certain dapper individual, we're going to play Geoff trivia. The one thing that we didn't talk about is that a certain guest of ours happens to have an Instagram account called Dapper Geoff, where they happen to take a lot of photos of a dog named...
the cutest dog ever.
So
I'm smiling like a maniac right now just because I'm thinking about Geoff.
It's important to understand that this is just Geoff in general trivia, not Geoff
No!
the dog trivia, because I don't know anything about the dog other than he's a dog.
He smiles. He looks happy. He gives these little coy looks. He does this with his paw. He prances around like a
He
deer.
lays on his tummy. Or he lays on his back and you can see his tummy.
So
Now you know some things about Geoff, Sean.
now I know some things about Geoff, but do you know in what Charles Bronson classic did Jeff Goldblum make his film debut? Was it A, The Dirty Dozen, B, The Mechanic, C, Death Wish, or D, Once Upon a Time in the West?
I'm going to go. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
You have more?
No, just again in what Charles Bronson classic
Can
did
I
Jeff
ask?
Goldblum
Can I ask a
make his film debut?
question that
Yes.
might make these questions invalid? I believe that Jeff Goldblum is Jeff.
Oh, it's Jeff slash Geoff
Yeah, well, you
trivia.
didn't say that at first.
I don't have to. This is not fair. It's my trivia game.
If you'd like to forfeit, Jeanette will accept your loserdom.
Would you like to forfeit?
Never.
So it's hard to find people who are spelled Goff. That wouldn't be much harder because I would probably go with Jeff Johns, the creative director for the DC.
Jeffrey Rush.
Oh
He's in
yeah,
Pirates
but
of the
he's
Caribbean.
Jeffrey. Really, he doesn't really go by Jeff, and that's not going to be fair because of one of my later questions. But anyway,
Jeanette,
Jeff
these are Sean's
Goldblum-
arbitrary rules, not yours.
Yeah. So Jeff
Fight the
Goldblum,
power.
film debut. Which Charles Bronson classic was it?
I'm going to go with Death Wish.
Nicole's going to go Death Wish. You're both going to go with Death Wish. That is correct.
Really?
That is correct.
I had no idea.
He plays one of the punks, one of the gang members that attacks Charles Bronson's wife and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
That leads to the Death Wish.
Oh.
Charles Bronson going around shooting people.
Wow.
He wishes to make people die.
Yes, for like 7 movies.
It's a very productive, positive film in our culture.
Yeah.
You know, vigilante justice, going down and mowing down the street toughs, got nothing to do with anything going on in the real world right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about.
Everything I see out there is just the beautiful beach that we've been sitting on.
Beautiful beach we've been sitting on for 3 episodes.
The slowly encroaching
All right.
zombies.
And the
Now this is
And the
another
squirrel.
unfair one
The 4
because
mile
it's
squirrel
related
kiss.
to
That was a good
my perspective on things. What actor do I mix up Jeff Daniels with sometimes? Is it A, William Hurt, B, Dave Coulier, C, Martin Short, or D, Forrest Whitaker?
Dave Coulier.
Forrest Whitaker.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I have no idea. And that's
I
the
played
most
to
upsetting.
win.
Nicole plays to win. Nicole says Dave Coulier. Again, your options are William Hurt, Dave Coulier, Martin Short, or Forrest Whitaker.
I'm going to go with D, Forrest Whitaker.
You're going to go with D, Forrest Whitaker. All right. The correct answer is Dave Coulier from Full House. I kept thinking that why is Jeff Daniels on Full House and why is the guy from Full House in Dumb and Dumber?
They've both got that goofy look.
Yeah, they both have they have like the same hair. They had the same hair in the 90s.
They have similar hair. They have similar faces.
They do.
I would have
Yeah.
also accepted William Hurt because I'm pretty sure I've also confused William Hurt and Jeff Daniels.
How?
Yeah, why?
They have similar faces. Not John Hurt from Alien, William Hurt from other stuff. I don't know. I saw him again recently in Civil War, and I wanted to think of something. Gorky Park also starring Brian Dennehy and Lee Marvin.
Can you tell us some more people who starred in some more films that are tangentially related to Jeanette's
William
dog?
Hurt. All right. So last question.
There's more? I mean, I'm thrilled. I'm winning. So
It's only 3 questions. All right. So that was Dave Coulier. And now the final question, which may be a slightly less popular question. Jeffrey Dahmer was sentenced to how many
Great.
consecutive life terms in prison? Was it A, 16, B, 20, C, 15, or D, 1?
that's a tricky one.
It is.
A.
And Jeanette says A, 16.
I was gonna say A also. Despite your interesting reordering
Yeah.
of the options, like in terms of how multiple choice usually works, I'm gonna go.
What do you mean?
You know this. If there's 1 and 50,
You go in order.
Oh, you go in order. I don't usually do that, no.
no, but never mind. A 16.
A, 16.
Yeah.
That is correct. Now, technically, at his trial, at his initial trial, he was only sentenced to 15. Additional one was added when he was convicted of another
Murder cannibalism.
murder in like Ohio or something like
great.
that earlier.
What part of Ohio?
I don't want to know.
I don't know. I mean, he was in Wisconsin mostly. I only know this because apparently his nickname is like the Milwaukee Cannibal or something like that. And I only know this because I had to look up the Wikipedia stuff. So
Well, I think we all learned something today.
that I don't know much about Jeffrey Dahmer.
But I know now a little bit more.
Yeah, 16 consecutive life sentences. Didn't even serve one. The lazy bastard.
Did he die?
He was killed in prison.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody killed him?
Very soon.
He was
after
not. He was in there for
prison.
like a year
Yeah.
or 2. Like somebody like shivved him.
Shivved him?
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Okay.
He deserved it.
I mean, I'm not.
He ate people.
Why was he with other people?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So that somebody would shiv him probably. I mean,
Yeah,
it's the
that's
prison
probably.
system.
Yeah.
They're like, take care of this for us.
Yeah. That sounds right. And on that cheery note, Jeanette, where can we find you online?
My website that has some samples of my work is searsphotovideo.com. And I am on Facebook and I am on Twitter. I also have Instagram. It's Jeanette Sears. There's no M.
You can see Geoff
Jeanette
there.
Sears. And you can see Geoff. Geoff is Dapper_GEOFF.
Correct.
Geoff also has a dog friend roommate who you
Yes.
can see in photos.
His big brother's Fiedka, which is on there. So
Pietka's very snuggly and fuzzy.
he has
It's
a
surprising because dogs normally aren't.
He has a beard that's slightly better than Sean's. So there's that.
That's okay.
And I'm also on Snapchat because I love Snapchat.
So friend Jeanette everywhere and hire Jeanette to shoot stuff and, pay for Mr. Dapper Jeff's dog food.
And bow ties.
And bow ties is
That's
correct.
important.
That is why Dapper Jeff is so dapper, is the dapper bow ties of dapperness. That dapper across is dapper.
Now I'm done.
And then you can dapper 4 Mile Circus on dapper at 4 Mile Circus.
Stop.
or on dapper/4 Mile Circus. Also dapper YouTube.
I hate you, and so do our listeners.
And 4milecircus.dapper. 4milecircus.com, 4milecircus on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Those are all the accounts to block if you don't want to deal with any more of this shenanigans.
Follow us on all of them. Friend Nicole on Facebook because she really wants to. And be sure to subscribe to the podcast on your platform of choice: Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher. Come follow us on.
Don't
SoundCloud.
friend me on Facebook.
And
I can give you
And
Sean's home address. You can come just knock on the door. He really likes surprise visitors.
and leave a review somewhere. And it's on Google Play, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts. Let us know what you think about the
Frankly, leave a 1-star review if you want. We just need a new review since the last one we got was Robot Chef, and thank you, Robot Chef. You bring us delight.
Wherever you are.
We don't know who you are, and we are so glad you left us that nice 5-star review. But leave us a 1-star review. Leave us a 2-star review. Be honest. Tell us we suck.
Leave them a 1-star review.
No, you have your say.
Yeah, and let us know how dapper you think Geoff is. So,
Yeah.
Dapper.
Fuck you.
If you like what you heard, please subscribe to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, or your platform of choice. Please visit us at 4milecircus.com to learn about our other projects and services, and be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at 4 Mile Circus.